Hello everyone, wanted to bring a short update to you of Dakota Marketplace for deal teams. This will be the login that most of the users of ours who are either in an investment seat at a private markets firm or an investment bank would be seeing. And why? Well, because we've redesigned all the data to be more relevant to what those users care about. So here we are. On the homepage, you have an output of the new. Right now, we have all of the private companies that we've added, and you can see the industry and the segment. I'll get more on segment in just a moment. You can also filter by sector here. So if I want to see only healthcare and so on and so forth. On the right, you still have our news that you've grown to know and love. Everything from fundraising news to M&A activity to transactions to fund launches and closes. And then down below, you have our sponsor directory where you can filter on all the sponsors in the platform by their investment style. As you look over here, you have people moves, so you can see private companies and GP contacts. As you can see, everything is updated in real time. And then scrolling down, you can see all of our transaction data. We'll get to where you can filter on this. Again, homepage, output of the new, so all of our most recent transactions. As we keep scrolling down, you'll see all of the new features. We're constantly adding updates to Dakota Marketplace. And then you'll also see our Ask Dakota. This is where folks can leave anonymous comments and send our data team looking, and we'll go find the information they're looking for. Up here, we've rearranged the top tabs. I'll just focus on these three for now. So here we have metro areas where you can jump into investment firm metro areas or private company metro areas. You click in, you can quickly say, okay, who are all the GPs I should be thinking about in Boston? Or, who are all the private companies I should be thinking about in Boston? We've added all of the investment banks as well, so you're welcome to see that. Next, we'll jump to the private companies tab. A few ways to look at this. For the sake of the demo, I'll just focus on all private companies. We do have a dashboard view and a metro area view. Here on all private companies, what you're able to do is come in and do filtering and list building. So if I wanted to say, show me only all staffing companies, I can just quickly type in staffing. And then across all industries and sub-industries, it'll show me anywhere that staffing is mentioned in their segment. Think of segment again as a super specific 3 to 5 word description of the company. From here, if a few of these were interesting to me, I could click on a couple of these names and I can click add to list. Now you see I've made 2 lists before, but neither are relevant to staffing. So I'll quickly just create my staffing companies list. And now I've created my list. I can access all of my lists here. Now from here, I want to click in and learn more about one of these companies. I'm clicking on Brain Hunter. As you go in, you're greeted by our 18-point investment summary, where you can see top competitors, key investors, key executives, exit scenarios, and you can jump to each of these depending on what's most important to you. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see any of the key executive contacts that we have in the platform. And for any of the CEOs, you'll see a really in-depth qualitative detail. I'll jump to one of those in just a moment. Looking at a CEO bio, we're just going to pick on someone that we know well. And you can jump in and see the executive summary. You can see an overview, all of the past career highlights, and then education, contact ready, outreach links, and a short executive summary to close it out. You're able to print this to PDF if you were sharing this with someone. And last, because I want to keep this under 5 minutes, we'll touch on transactions. Our transactions data is unbelievably filterable. You can come in and say, hey, I only want to see add-ons and I only want to see carve-outs. Or you could stick with that staffing example and say, I only want to see staffing transactions. But for now, let's just look at it this way. Now, if I click on a transaction, I'm just going to jump in here to an information technology company. I can see a number of pieces of information on a transaction. First, I can see the transaction value, and then I'm able to see the announcement date, the investment start date, and the sponsor's realized date. As I keep scrolling down, I can see our qualitative write-up on the transaction, and then any of the associated records across buyers, sellers, and advisors. We do have lenders as well if I had filtered on private credit. So that's where I'll pause. As you can see, the rest of these tabs we can jump into would be accounts, where you can filter on any type of accounts, contacts, where you can filter on any contacts, reports, where you can build custom lists, documents, which is our repository of fund presentations and consultant reviews, earnings intelligence for over 13,000 public companies. You have new fund launches, private fund closes, performance data and benchmarking, RFPs, conferences, and more. Thanks everyone for the time, and we can't wait for you to book a demo on our website.